A very warm welcome to the students of class 4th in EVS 2 session. Today we are going to learn lesson number 10, Bhaji Prabhu and the memorable Battle of Godkhind. So let's start. Introduction. As we saw in last chapter, Afzal Khan's army had been badly defeated by Shivaji at Pratapgarh. The events of that day were still fresh in the minds of Sardars of Bijapur. Their pride was wounded. They mourned the death of their great Sardar Afzal Khan. The Sultan too was very upset. He realized that it was necessary to take action against Shivaji. Shivaji conquers Panhala. Shivaji by this time had also captured Panhala fort from Bijapur garrison. It was considered to be the strongest fort. The Sultan could not believe that it had lost the control over such a strong fort. He went into a fit of rage. He had just lost an able Sardar, Afzal Khan, and now a strong fort, Panhala. He immediately called Siddhi Jawhar and sent him to fight Shivaji. Siddhi was a man the Sultan had a mind could teach Shivaji a lesson. He was also an able and loyal Sardar of Adil Shah and even had a huge army. Fazal Khan, Afzal Khan's son, who badly wanted revenge to his father's death, also joined Siddhi Johar. The Sultan was sure that both these capable men would be able to defeat Shivaji. Siege of Panhalgarh. Siddhi Johar was brave but ruthless. He immediately rushed to Panhalgarh and surrounded it. His army waited outside while his Shivaji remained confined, means in small place within the fort. Shivaji did not lose hope. The rainy season was approaching. He knew that once the rain started, Siddhi Johar would lift the siege. But this didn't happen. It rained heavily for many days, but the Siddhi's army didn't move. On the contrary, Siddhi tightened the siege around Panhalgarh and bravely faced the rains. Now, Shivaji was really trapped. Shivaji couldn't face Siddhi in open battle because his own army was very small. He would be completely defeated by Siddhi's powerful army. Shivaji decided that the best way to escape would be to fool Siddhi Johar. So Shivaji sent Siddhi Johar a message to the event that he was defeated and would shortly surrender the fort. When Siddhi Johar heard this, he was very happy. His troops were already tired of waiting in the rains. They were pleased to know that finally Shivaji was surrendering. They relaxed the watch and indulged in food, drink, and music. Shivaji escaped from the siege. In the meanwhile, Shivaji was planning an escape. Together with his men, they thought about a very intelligent plan. Shivaji's men get two palanquins ready. One was meant for Shivaji, in which he would proceed using a difficult route. The other would be occupied by another person disguised as Shivaji. This palanquin was to leave by Raj Rindi. This other palanquin would be easily spotted by the enemy forces and it would be captured by them. While the enemy celebrated the capture of Shivaji, the real Shivaji would escape by the difficult route. This was the plan. For this brave youth undertook this task. He resembled Shivaji in looks. His name was Shiva Kashid. He was a hairdresser in Shivaji's service. He was courageous and brave. As planned, the palanquin carrying Shiva Kasid came out of Raj Dindi. It was a dark night and it was raining heavily. Still, some enemy soldiers were keeping watch. They captured the palanquin. They thought that they had catch Shivaji himself and took the palanquin to Siddhi's camp. Yes, jubilations means a joyful begin in the camp. In the meanwhile, Shivaji escaped from the fort by the difficult route. He was accompanied by Baji Prabhu Deshpande and some selected soldiers. Yes, after some time, the plot of Shiva Kasid was exposed. The furious Siddhi killed him and there Shiva Kasid sacrificed his own life in the cause of Shivaji and Swaraj. Thus, he became immortal, means undying, Amar Ajay, like that. When the Siddhi learned that Shivaji had given him the sleep, he was livid with rage. Immediately, he dispatched his Sardar Siddhi Masood, accompanied by a big army, in hot pursuit of Shivaji. At daybreak, the pursuing horsemen catch up with Shivaji at the Pandharpani stream. Shivaji was now in real trouble. With the greatest difficulty, he and his men crossed the God Khind. Baji Prabhu the Brave. The angry troops of Siddhi were fast galloping, means fastly towards the Godkhind pass. Shivaji saw that it was impossible to reach Vishalgarh before the enemy overtook them. He said to Baji Prabhu, Baji, this is very critical situation. The road ahead is steep and the enemy is right on our heels. It is now impossible to reach Vishalgarh. So let us turn back and face the enemy. Baji Prabhu understood the great agitation going on in Shivaji's mind. The enemy was fast approaching the pass. The life of Shivaji and therefore Swaraj was in danger. He said, Maharaj, you must proceed to Vishalgarh. Take a handful of soldiers with you. I shall defend this pass and will not let enemy cross it. I shall lay down my life in defense of this pass, if needed be. If I die, there will be a many other Bajis to take my place, but no one can replace you. Our Swaraj needs you. The enemy will attack in large numbers. We cannot hold out against them with our limited force. Please do not wait. Go ahead. We shall stop the enemy at the entrance of the pass. We shall not let him advance till we know that you have reached Vishalgarh safely. Baji Prabhu's brave words and his sense of loyalty brought tears to Shivaji's eyes. He fondly embraced Baji and said, We shall move ahead towards Vishalgarh. As soon as we gain the fort, the guns will be fired. That will be the signal of our safe arrival. As soon as you hear the gunfire, abandon the pass and follow us to the fort. defense of the Godkind Pass. So Shivaji left for Vishalgarh, leaving Baji Prabhu to defend the pass. Baji made a low bow to the receding figure of Shivaji and then prepared himself for battle. He took a sword in his hand and stood at the entrance of the pass. He divided his company of soldiers into small groups and posted them at suitable points. The Mavlas took their positions and collected huge boulders and stones to be used as weapons. The Mavlas across the pass were now a strong barrier in the path of the enemy. By this time, the enemy had reached the mouth of the pass, and one could hear their war cries. Yes, Baji addresses his troop and said, "My brave soldiers and comrades, be prepared. You may die fighting, but do not desert your post. Do not allow the enemy to conquer the pass, no matter what price has to be paid." So, Baji Prabhu and his Mavlas stood at the mouth of the pass, firm and fearless, awaiting the enemy. The pass was difficult to cross, there being only narrow and a zigzag pass across it. Yes, at the end, Shivaji was speeding towards Vishalgarh. The fort was still some distance away, and it would take Shivaji at least 2 hours to reach it. If Baji Prabhu could hold out for those 2 hours, Shivaji would be safe. Battle of Godkind. Okay, now battle started. By now, the enemy was at the mouth of the pass, where a fierce battle was in progress. The Mavlas, who were adept at the use of sling, harassed the enemy with showers of stone and boulders from the hilltop and killed many of them. The first batch of the attacking troops withdraw in confusion. Yes, another batch took their place. Baji Prabhu urged his troop into the attacks. The Maratha war cry, yes, Har Har Mahadev, echoed through the hills, and brave Mavlas cut down the enemy troops in the fierce, yes, means angry and desperate attacks. To the din of battle, they heard their captain shouting encouragement to them. "Bravo, my lads, go ahead, attacks and destroy the enemy." The second batch of the enemy troops was also defeated. Shivaji, yes, by now almost at the foot of Vishalgarh. Vishalgarh was besieged by the enemy. Yes, Shivaji fought through the rank of besieging. Yes, besieging means to surround the place with army. Yes, so the rank of besieging troops and was on the last lap of his ride to safety. Now, Baji the Brave. In the meantime, battle at the pass continued unabated, means without becoming weaker. Enraged at the defeat of his first two attacks, Siddhi Masood organized and dispatched a third batch of troops against Baji Prabhu and his brave men. They surrounded Baji Prabhu, who fought with great courage, though wounded and attacked from all the sides. With his body covered with blood, Baji would not withdraw from the pass but continue the fight. At the same time, he urged his Mavlas to attack the army. Disheartened by the fearless attack, the enemy again withdraw, but Baji was fatally wounded. He was hanging on to life just to hear a sound of gunfire from Vishalgarh. Yes, now Godkin becomes Pavankin, and then the sound of gunfire was heard from Vishalgarh. Maharaja, yes, Maharaj has reached Vishalgarh. I have done my duty. Now I can die in peace. Yes, by saying this, Baji, yes, breathe his last on this historic battlefield. When Shivaji heard this news on Vishalgarh, he was greatly grieved and he exclaimed, Baji Prabhu Deshpande lay down his life on the battlefield in cause of Swaraj. The bundles gave a great battle. It was yes, because it was because of brave patriots like Baji Prabhu that Swaraj was won. Yes, their blood made the Godkin a place holy in Swaraj. Godkin became immortal in history as Pavan Khin. We pay our repeated homage to the brave Baji Prabhu and his brave men. Yes, understood, students? Thank you.